Hi guys, welcome to the ISO builder. We are rolling since beginning of January it seems with the ISO of ArcoNet. Now just changed the word there inside the file. So we have a new name, right? By then ArcoNet did not exist yet. Super F7. Let's install another desktop. It's the ArcoNet ISO is the ISO to get today, right? On AAG, look at the date, the video has been created. So beginning of July, the official release, and 1 week in advance you get on the AAG you get the ISOs to test it out. So we have an ISO. We boot up with, or from, so to speak, the virtual CD-ROM, because this is VirtualBox, right? 2 kernels to choose from, 3 exact the same lines, but a different kernel. So depending on the hardware, maybe you choose the Zen kernel or the LTS or the CachyOS. Those are the kernels that we have. When on VirtualBox or anything virtual, you choose maybe line number 1 or line number 4, because NVIDIA of course is not available in VirtualBox, and the no mode set gives you a very small screen, like 650 on 40 on something, I don't know, too small anyway to work with. So let's boot up. Then with ArcoNet you can do anything. First of all, the easy, so that means offline, you don't need the internet, you can be on the beach, you install XFCE. Later on you launch ArcoLinux tweak tool and you get PSPWM in or Awesome in or anything in, and the combo is actually a good thing. XFCE being a fallback, always stable, and then you mess with the code of a tiling window manager and then you say and you go back to XFCE, you have something graphical and you go and change it. Otherwise it's TTY, right? If you only have the tiling window manager. Information is available, I show it in every video. So this is the summary. ArcoNet easy, what you see is what you get, so you're gonna get this. And we're making videos about all the rest, right? There are like 30-ish desktops that we have. Some of them get sick and then they get better and we add them and remove them, right? You test them out and see what you like. We're of course not responsible for the sanity and the health of all these desktops. So advanced installation online. Then if you don't know what this is, well, ArchWiki is there to help you, but install grub would be my choice for, let's say, 80% of the people, so go for that then if you don't know what it's all about. And there you go ahead. This is quite a long selection. You have already 2 kernels, so why do you need a third one or a fourth one? Maybe because of the motherboard that requires the LTS kernel, right? But this you can do later on as well. So next, these things are not installed on the ISO, so if you want them, if you need them, they're there, just select them. SDM is already there. The only thing you can do is select maybe more stuff, more themes, more colorful themes. That's up to you. And the last one was this one. So we have been making videos, and every installation I tell you something different, so have a look at them. It's actually a general rule, even when the topic on YouTube says something, right? I often encounter things and then I explain it as well. So we have Gnome as the next one. I'm gonna do these 2 guys in one go, because the only thing this is Gnome-extra. So let's go into detail of, well, Gnome, or shall we immediately already make the video first? Well, the installation first. So this is Gnome for us. If you've been longer with us, then you know that ArcoLinux B Gnome was an ISO, and that we did not use the Gnome-extra because of the fact that it's a lot of packages. But we had a, let's say, a bigger, a longer selection of packages in Gnome, and we've put it on a diet basically, right? So this is what we need for Gnome, and that's it. But you can go even less, right? You can go even less and say, okay, I'm gonna go for this. Would choose this one for Bash RC. This is Bash RC. All the rest, right? It's up to you to select, but first of all, do this and then see what you get and then decide later on the next installation. So we'll make the, we'll do 2 of them, right? This one is also covered, and the next video will cover Herbstluft WM. Now, I'm not going to install this, and I'll show you why. So desktop GNOME, fine. Next. This is the Wayland stuff, although maybe you realize GNOME has Wayland as well, okay? But just to make a distinction between one and the other, we've put it on a separate page. These are all packages from ArcoLinux or from somewhere else, third parties, a lot of third parties packages you can choose from. You choose, and then you choose the keyboard. There you are. Belgian, erase, choose whatever you like, and then off you go. So while it's doing that, let's investigate GNOME, right? So Arch Wiki GNOME. Where do we all get our knowledge from? Arch Wiki GNOME. Read it all, right? Let's make this a little bit bigger. So you go here, you go to display, and then this one, apply, keep this, close this, voila. And then you make it bigger. And you read. There are lots of videos already about GNOME on our YouTube channel, and here's the Gnome-extra. And that's why I don't install it, right? What I like from this selection, so if we type sudo pacman -s Gnome-extra later on, we'll get it anyway. But maybe you'd like something different, like this one. I'd like to have that. GNOME has a database, and it's the dconf database, and with this tool I can go in there. It's a graphical user interface for the settings of GNOME. It's easy. You can do search, you can change it, you can Google some information, and you'll find you have to go change this particular variable from true to false or something like that, right? And then it's done. So that's a very good one. But all the rest, not really sure which one I need. Mail system editor, but Glade or something if you're gonna go for programming. So we've done that in AAG. What is AAG? AAG is this. We're going to create an app with Glade. This is Glade, you see? And with Glade, we've created an application, and we've made 80 plus videos how to create a Python GTK 3 app with Glade. So that's Glade. GNOME boxes is simple, is also like VirtualBox, right? So GNOME chess, there's a lot of games in here. So whether you want it or not, GNOME terminal might be something you'd like. GNOME robots, GNOME mines. But again, it's your choice. So Gnome-extra is not installed at this particular moment in time. We did not select it. Again, sudo pacman -s Gnome-extra. It's there. But you keep on reading, right? GNOME, and then GNOME tweaks, a set of games, development tools, GNOME shell, motor, and you start reading, and you can have here all kind of things to change. And don't be afraid. I mean, sometimes I have to reread things like 20 times before I actually get what I mean or what I need to do. So yes, it takes a while to sink in. Some of these articles are really technical, and over time, like 6 years we exist already, ArcoLinux, over time you'll get it, right? Read a lot, watch a lot of videos, and suddenly it hits you. It's that simple. Yes. All right, it just takes a while. This is basically the same thing in a terminal. Go set and change the database, the dconf editor we just talked about, right? This is the same thing. It's going to change something. Something is GNOME desktop interface, clock show date true. So we got up here a date, and voila, that's it. Just a setting you can run. So these things are interesting for your scripts later on. If you say I want to install a virtual GNOME from Arch and then do my thing with it, this is it, right? This is setting things by, well, via a command, and a command can go in a script. So lots of things you can have a look at. Extensions are interesting, so read about extensions. So go to this one, but that's the local one, right? One more. Here are extensions. This can basically see them as extensions like in Firefox or Vivaldi or Google Chrome, right? It makes your system a little bit bigger. You have some control, blur effect on lock screen, and so on and so on. So finding those out, we've made videos about that as well. This is 218 of these pages, so it's a bit much. So figuring out which is which and what's interesting, what's popular, relevance, recent maybe. Pin it, toggle headphone, train PHY, display current, train trip, metadata when connected on board. Jesus, right? There's a lot of things in here, and well, I would suggest follow guys who make tips of videos or articles on browser extensions. Do them there, find it there, and then let's wait for the installation. These days I can't pause the video anymore, otherwise I would, because Simple Screen Recorder is not working anymore. We're waiting for an update, and the guy, was it Martin or something? He knows already, and we asked help for him. So we got an update from FFmpeg, right? Simple Screen Recorder. If you guys use it, then you see now today this one. So there's an update, and it should be pointing to 61, and it isn't. So we need help for the package build. In the meantime, it's OBS Studio, which means no pause, which means we need to keep talking. So the horror, all good, right? Here we see we are installing the extension manager Git, right? So the application for these extensions we're just talking about. So it's super interesting to see what's available to make GNOME even better, right? That's the thing. You'll get more out of it. Anything else? Shell blur, how to start here, desktop, dash to dock. So these things are interesting. Don't know if it will show up, but let's try. YouTube, ArcoLinux. Let's see if GNOME maybe, and an extension as well. I've made a video not that long ago. Let's see what this is. The title, yes, accept all. This is 2 years ago, so that's not very recent at all. Tweak variety icons, themes, and extensions. Best thing to do is go to this link. That's the channel. Stop the video here, go here. Don't search here, search here, and then GNOME extensions, or just extension. Let's see. How to install ArcoLinux GNOME extensions added 7 years ago. Wow. Exploring new GNOME extensions and ArcoNet GNOME. So that's recent because of the fact that it's mentioning ArcoNet, and the numbering system 4000 is recent, 2 months ago. So this is a list of all kind of things that actually we can see the list down here. Voila, here are all the extensions we've tried. It is unfortunately cut off, which is not nice on the guys. That's YouTube for you. And I can't, if we hover, no, we don't see anything anywhere. At the bottom of the screen you see extension list, etc. Doesn't help us. But these things are pointing to, well, possible, interesting extensions. So have a look at them. So you don't waste time and try out these guys already. Uninstall GNOME shell extensions from Pop! OS. There are things from there as well. That's the power of the AUR. I don't know if something will pop up, but try it out. Have the reflex to go to AUR, Yay or Paru, GNOME extension. Have a look. Okay, have a look. It's finished. So, voila and voila. Scroll. Okay, you can waste your life with this, right? 424 things. Are they talking about extensions for GNOME? Yes, no. Is it for the latest GNOME? Yes, no. Is it orphaned? Is it out of date? I mean, right? I would say stick to the ones people suggest, and if you see something in here, something very specific, well, try it out. All right, let's reboot. So the option ArcoNet Advanced removes XFC4, and then it will install anything that you select. If you forget to select it, then you get SADM and nothing behind it. Still okay, because you go to TTY and you type sudo pacman -s GNOME, and you got it, right? It's there already. Super fast. That's Arch for you. So remember the Wayland thing. So these are the 4 options. This is actually Wayland, so if it's not working for you, you know why, hardware and stuff like that. Then you go to X11 and you just go set it up. You like it, you keep it. You don't like it, you go to another desktop. Same thing here. We'll probably need to go to settings if we want to play with this thing. We need to make it bigger in VirtualBox. There will be displays, there will be a setting. That's the advantage of desktops. In the tiling window manager, you have to well, go via Xrender and stuff like that. But here we have everything, right? Everything is available. There are lots of settings, and we have also the GNOME, the tweak tool as well. So the tweaks here, we can set things in here as well. He's gonna tell you, hey, extension has moved, extension management has been moved too, and that's interesting. Follow the link, GNOME extensions. Oh, there we go. Have a look at it and then read what it's all about. But it's already installed. Continue. And here is a lot of things you can change. Icons. I think the font, for me, the font is too small. I would go and make it a little bigger, but I don't think that's done here, but done in the GNOME settings. So there you are. We don't have Gnome-extra. Let's, yeah, Control-T doesn't work. So terminal, Alacrity is here. We could say sudo pacman -s. So you know what the deal is, the difference is. So Gnome-extra. I think I have to first get the database. No, it's okay. So there you go, right? If you afterwards still want Gnome-extra, sure. Here are all the games and the mines and the nodes and the robots and the nibbles and the mahjong and stuff like that. It's all ready for you to get to install. Afterwards, if you forget, and if we're talking about software, remember there is Sophie and Sophie REM, right? For short, Sophie. This one, where you can also see, okay, I've got this, I've got that, and I don't want that, and I don't want that. So some of these things I've never chosen, right? ArcoLinux makes packages, adds packages in the GNOME and the Gnome-extra we just saw, right? In here is, for instance, this one, Braille Display Driver for Linux. I never decided to install that. I'm not that far yet, but might be in the future. But here you can go and uninstall, and then it says can't do that because of dependencies, right? So it's not always that easy. RS is not possible because of dependency. RDD would be, right? But that's not the point. We keep the rules from Pacman. Pacman says, no, I need it, right? So these are decisions from the guys, right, from Arch. saying, okay, we want this, we want that. And if you install this package, then you install also that package. But here we can remove things like Discord can be removed, Firefox, etc., Sublime Text, Telegram, Desktop. It's just a click away and it's gone. But me personally, right, I can't resist, guys. I can't resist. Learn to script, right? Learn to script. There is so much gain from starting your scripts. Get Nemesis on ArcoLinux. This is something you can build on. It's a template, nothing more, right? It's up to you to change it. Data arcolinux-nemesis. This is it. And what I'll do is run this on any Arch Linux based system, on Big Linux, on Archcraft, on Manjaro, anything, right? Arch based. I'll run this and I'll take control over the operating system. And I start with 0 current choices. So have a look at it. Take control of GNOME here and go get your extensions in that you like and love, and remove anything you don't like and love. That's the first thing we do in 400. 400 remove software. And that's what you should do on Solus or NixOS, right? You do remove anything you don't want, right? I want to remove all that. And then I'm back in control. I don't want Chinese, Korean, and Japanese fonts. I'll not use them, right? So make up a list to remove, and then later on make up a list to install. Take control. All right, have fun with GNOME.